Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The return man is Hill. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They're in the second quarter now in Oakland, and the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. Odell Beckham, 2 touchdown catches now in that first half of play. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The play fake. Keenum going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, it hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Douglas, catch the fucking ball.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense, and they're going to go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Dobbs now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They run with Hines, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? they're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a skin guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
To throw is Dobbs.
God.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. Now it's Keenum. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Keenum. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
D-Mac.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
It just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Flex round. Here we go. Grand 38.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Jesus Christ, man.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Dobbs. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 4th down.
You're good. You're good.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Keenum. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Good job, Jordan Hicks.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here, the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 2nd miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Hines. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Welcome back now. 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go.
And they'll run it here.
Good job.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
As a running back here, you've got to do everything in your power to sell out for the 1st down. And he takes that to heart as he's going to dive his way forward, and he earns his mates a new set of downs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Now Dobbs.
Oh,
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this one is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And Denver getting set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can
damn
hold
it.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there.
Babe, you ready?
He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Fuck this way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is going to be incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
This is taken at the 15. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Come on, let's go. What?
Here's Dobbs to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time.
She's really angry. What did they give it to her on her leg?
Just fine. Now, when you're a teenager, we'll see.
Is she happier now?
Yeah, that big girl.
Was she still crying when she left the office?
No, because, like, they'd say take your time.
Yeah.
So, I got her calmed down and loved on her before I put her in her car seat.
Were there other kids
But
there
then-
crying too?
Yeah, oh, yeah. But then we were at checkout. Good night. We were at checkout, and people and the guy that was standing there with his kid in a car seat carrier was like, you have like a really long line.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
he
said-
told you that?
He told the girl, and she's like, oh. He told the checkout chick.
So, like, he was being...
No, because like what she couldn't see.
Oh, got you.
Because it went like back. Oh.
Hey, they trying to get all them babies in there at once.
Right. And we go back in August, don't we? We go back in August, don't we, Munchie?
Okay, a couple months.
Yeah, she's like, I feel like I saw some bumps, but
Bumps where?
teeth.
Oh, for teeth.
She was like, I'm really bad at predicting it. I don't see shit. Mama don't do nothing.
So she's saying that she'll have teeth by the time she goes back in August?
She said, I'm really bad at predicting these things. Like when they'll come in.
Oh.
What she said, typically the first 2 are the problem. That one you're missing. I can't get over that. So,
I'm not missing it. It's right there.
okay, let's just be clear. That one's not real. So anyway,
I'm glad the munchie's feeling better.
yeah. Last time she was fine once I got her home. But they said like if she sweats or she like
You had to poop because of what?
Escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Come on, let's go!
Dobbs now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Oh, man. I am. You know, in 3 years, I think I've taken 5 lunch breaks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Damn. Is that you? I just asked a question. That's all I did.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run.
That's all I did.
Inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Oh, wait a minute.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Oh. I didn't even know what you did. Like I said, what happened? You never said anything. But you could talk. But you could talk.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward
Like,
this game. Tackled by Jabril Peppers.
Oh, this was wrong. You didn't say anything. I was vulnerable, but you could talk, right?
Is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams
I guess because your eye was burning, I mean, you couldn't talk. I guess you couldn't hear either.
But you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, it's always posted in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
I'm hilarious.
Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
No, you're not.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Down right around the 25. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Let's go! Try it, 38!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. Go. Just yeah. Jimmy D. Crickets.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground.
What'd that say?
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the
you mean because I can read?
2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third
Don't
guy
read about it. Just scare yourself.
Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That's the worst thing to do is go online and read that kind of stuff.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Come on, let's go!
Dobbs is throwing. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know.
No, because there's
but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want. To run when you get a chance to call it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Right. Okay. Why would they have that?
Time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I mean, in case you move someone in from, like, Afghanistan or something.
Touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happened.
You ever see the movie Ebola? Oh, man.
Back to throw, Keenum. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Keenum. Incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Oh, did she say you could?
We just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys.
Like putting it in the bottle,
right.
or just
no room to breathe. The Broncos on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Keenum. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Get that guy a shot. D-Mac. I see you, D-Mac. Yes. No, that's not how guys operate, babe. That's not how we operate.
Keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Not the bunch I hang around with.
Now
well, yeah, they gonna do that now.
Aguilar has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. To throw is Keenum.
That's what you say.
And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like,
that's
spot it right in midfield at the 50. Give him
I'm going to show you a picture of Jay, and his shit is died. It looks terrible.
Down.
Oh, damn, I'm on the air. Damn.
And incomplete there.
Yeah,
nice
I did.
Hit.
Yeah, I did.
The ball free.
He knows I did.
3rd down. We have
I
not
told
seen
him he
a
looks
whole
like a
lot
damn
wide open
criminal.
receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And
That's
they're
how you're
indeed
supposed to
going
do
to
it.
go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
For what?
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
Well, that's
They
slim,
had
and it's in
to
a
go
box,
for
and
it
it can
with
go up
such
against
little
that wall.
time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Oh, damn. Damn, they got 3 dogs?
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game,
Who's
barely,
Douglas?
but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game
Because
on
they
ice.
went somewhere, right?
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen
compared
down
to
the
the dogs
stretch,
that-
but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
And
Yeah.
now we're going to get a timeout here
What?
called by the defense. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
No.
You don't think she'll be like that?
Let me see. I didn't say she was not. Yep, SB people knows.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Yeah.
The Eagles
that's
in
true.
the victory formation as they take a knee.
Anthony Dillard. That's the security dude with the beard and glasses. Because there were 2 of them. There were 2 of them, and one was the old dude. Huh? That ain't the dude I know. That's not the dude I.
Her dad.
Oh, Oscar. Oscar's Arnold. That guy. Yeah, I was like,
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play.
I'm like, I don't know that guy.
That's going to
Well,
send
I
back
thought-
5 yards.
Yeah. Come on, babe. We were talking about
delay,
Anthony
they're
Dillard,
backed
then you
up
show
even
you
further
put some
for 3rd and long.
random dude in from like
That's what I know.
Come on, let's go. White 90.
once again your timing.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can...